During their recent meeting, German leaders urged China to take action regarding the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Despite this pressing matter, both parties pledged to collaborate on climate initiatives. On Tuesday, the Chancellor of Germany urged China to exert stronger pressure on Russia with regards to its conflict in Ukraine. Despite this tension, leaders from both nations vowed to collaborate in addressing the issue of climate change, given that they are two of the world's largest emitters of carbon dioxide. The delegation, led by Chinese Premier Li Qiang, who assumed the role of China's second-in-command in March, was hosted by Chancellor Olaf Scholz and approximately half of his cabinet. This marked the seventh instance of the two nations engaging in high-level government consultations. After a meeting between Chinese President Xi Jinping and US Secretary of State Antony Blinken, China has reached out to the West to improve their chilly relationship. The meeting in Berlin follows the day after the aforementioned encounter. Germany is dedicated to preserving its strong relationship with China, which is its largest trading ally, despite concerns about the increasing assertiveness of Beijing and their refusal to condemn the Russian incursion into Ukraine. The national security strategy recently released by Germany characterizes China as both a partner and a competitor, as well as a systemic rival. Scholz encouraged the delegation from China to take additional measures in order to convince Russia to bring an end to the war in Ukraine. While standing next to Li, he reiterated his request for the Chinese government to increase its efforts in influencing Russia's actions during the war. He emphasized that as a permanent member of the UN Security Council, China holds a unique responsibility in this matter. According to Scholz, it is crucial that China refrains from providing military armaments to the hostile party, Russia. He expressed gratitude that China has reiterated the stance that any deployment or use of nuclear weaponry is unacceptable. Li's statement did not address Ukraine directly, nor did the two leaders take any questions during their interaction. During the meeting held on Tuesday, Germany and China reached an agreement to establish a dialogue of transformation and climate. Scholz emphasized the significance of taking action in light of recent extreme weather events, such as droughts in China and floods in Germany. The two parties involved in the agreement vowed to collaborate on accomplishing tangible outcomes in the realm of environmentally friendly and low-carbon advancement. These objectives encompass the reduction of emissions in the industry, energy and transportation sectors, as well as the enhancement of energy efficiency, recycling and the establishment of emissions trading systems in both nations. Additionally, they pledged to assist each other in achieving these goals. Scholz addressed the press, stating that Germany and China have a significant role to play in the battle against climate change, given their high levels of CO2 emissions. He emphasized that both countries must work in unison to fulfill this obligation. According to Li, one of the crucial areas of collaboration between the two sides should be addressing the issue of climate change. During his speech, the Chinese premier placed emphasis on matters concerning trade and the economy. The premier was quoted by an interpreter as saying, "The global economy is experiencing a dearth of growth dynamics, and there is an upsurge in deglobalization." Additionally, he expressed the importance of China's relationship with Germany and Europe in terms of development. Following his visit to the largest economy in the European Union, Li proceeds to France, which is the second largest economy. While in France, he will participate in the Summit for a New Global Financing Pact, a meeting initiated by French President Emmanuel Macron. Scholz has expressed his desire to reduce dependence on trade with China and broaden Germany's sources of crucial commodities, which he refers to as de-risking. During his conversation with Li, he emphasized that Germany has no intentions of severing economic ties with China. This stance was also affirmed by the Group of Seven, the foremost industrialized nations, in a statement issued last month. The challenge of obtaining access to the Chinese market and ensuring equitable conditions for foreign companies, including those from Germany, persists, as noted by the speaker. Concrete steps are being taken towards improving this situation. At a subsequent appearance at an economic forum for both German and Chinese representatives, Scholz indicated that implementing these enhancements would also contribute to the global effort in combating climate change. According to him, achieving climate targets in any nation becomes more feasible if we enable a fair competition, free market entry, and unbiased environment for all. He affirms that competition fuels innovation. During Scholz and Li's encounter, German security officials cautioned against the ongoing threat presented by Chinese espionage. The BFV Domestic Intelligence Agency has released a report on Tuesday, which states that the Ministry of State Security in China is actively seeking to acquire data on topics that are of political, economic and scientific significance to the Chinese government. In addition, the ministry is also attempting to obtain information on Chinese dissidents who are residing in Germany. Nancy Faeser, the Interior Minister, has made it known that the government is currently evaluating the potential hazards associated with implementing telecommunications devices provided by the Chinese corporation Huawei in Germany's 5G networks. She stated that the investigation would be finalized during the summer, and after that they will furnish an evaluation. She further mentioned that the outcome of this evaluation could lead to the removal of Huawei equipment. To support our channel's growth and ensure broader awareness, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons. This will help us reach more individuals and disseminate valuable information. Thank you in advance.